I think I was jeopardizing my health at times, and kind of pushing myself physically. Yeah. But luckily I had a lot of good friends that would make me food.
So let's go.
Okay.
How did you manage your work life, this TA or whatever the things you need to get paid and the other works in your lab? How did you manage these two lives?
I think that's a really good question. And I think I didn't start thinking about it until like other people started asking me that same question, like, how are you managing everything? And I think after thinking about it, it really goes down to I was enjoying everything that I was doing. Like I was never doing something that like really like drained me so negatively. So, doing research was exciting and like advancing my knowledge of biology in classes and like doing teaching. It's so rewarding getting that feedback from the students as well. And then, serving student government or doing extracurriculars, it was really fulfilling to me. And I think that's what kept me going. It wasn't just like a job, something that I was just trying to get money or anything from. It was more like rewarding. I was spending time, I was making friends, I was having fun. And I think that really kept me motivated and gave me a good balance that, it wasn't like all like my energy into one thing. I could like kind of switch it up. Once I got tired a little bit of this, I could go and do some work for another like subject of my life.
How many works you had at the same time? Like you were the graduate student government president and also TA at the same time?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's too much work.
No, it's fun.
No,
Don't limit yourself. That's my takeaway.
I understand.
Yeah, I guess I was doing research, I was TAing, I was student government.
Yeah.
I was mentoring like undergrad club called MedLife,
organizing
like service trip. Yeah, volunteering, socializing.
So when you did all these, let's say not all this, I'm gonna just focus on 4.
Okay.
TA, you were graduate student government president, and then you were mentor for undergrads, and then your research. When did you eat?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I wouldn't. I think there was moments that I think I was jeopardizing my health at times, and kind of pushing myself physically. Yeah. But luckily I had a lot of good friends that would make me food and
okay, that's not but that's not a law or that's not norms. That's not natural, right?
Yeah.
So you might have a good friend, those who cook you food and bring food here in a container. But not all the PhD students have good friends. Those will cook meals for you.
Yeah.
So even though when you had like rough time, and you have to manage all those things, and also you have to feed yourself. I understand, like coming here, I realized in a hard way that feeding myself 3 times is a nut job.
Yeah,
so how did you manage with all those jobs at hand?
I think my answer is that I had really good friends and knowing like you don't have to do things alone, and of course like also just like grabbing food at the cafeteria or just like bringing something quick. But I think again, just having friends that like cared about me and like, kept me like thinking about like, okay, I should take care of myself too.
And taking care of a self is important. Like that's the first priority, because if you are not feeling well, if you're not okay, you can't do any of the work. Your research going haywire, you can't do TA, you can do job. So that's that, but you could do all these works. So from international students perspective, we cannot do more than 18 hours work or 20 hours a week. So we have limited work time and we can only be TA or an RA. Still, from my point of view, sometimes I cannot manage time to cook every day or every 2 days. So I used to still cook like big meals every weekend and save them in a container and survive on that for until next weekend. So I know a lot of the PhD students follow this kind of hack. So we need to survive that way. Did you follow those kind of thing, or you cook Like you
Not
prefer every day?
really, but it's something I'm gonna admit. This is my biggest flaw. Like I have a lot of trouble with this, but I'm gonna take that into my next journey. Like I
Okay.
am going to take that seriously and yeah, put more effort in like more planning, like you said, like because it's like becomes a heavy weight if you like you go somewhere and you don't have food for the day.
Yeah, sometimes like after a hard day, you had a shitty day. We spent 14 hours in the lab and you had no results because the cell died at the very last end.
Yeah.
So what happens is like when I go home, take shower, I open the fridge door and I find some food still there.
Yeah.
That's the joyous moment of my life. Like,
Yeah.
so you can
Planning
tell.
ahead. Yeah.
So you had an undergrad here, so you had a long time knowing people, making friends here, but not all people come with that opportunity, right? So they maybe come from a different school and start fresh, like you are doing in your medical school in a couple of months. And then you might have to follow that thing, like you're gonna miss that good vibes, good friends who cooked your meals. Now you have to do your own.
Yeah.
What you were planning on doing that? How?
Yeah, I think kind of like going back to what you were saying about me being here a long time. When I was an undergrad, I didn't really like get connected with the community. I was more, quiet. I didn't really like talk to a lot of people in class. And I kind of just like went to class and went back. And then COVID happened, so I was online. So I didn't really connect with people. So then when I came to master's, like I met a few people in our department, but what really helped me like make community here was getting involved in student government. And I'm like so glad that I joined that because that gave me the opportunity to like branch out. Like I would have never met you.
Oh yeah.
Like because you're in a different department and people just like stay in their department. So my plan for going to my next place or wherever is just like joining clubs like
clubs like grad students
like
club or something, some organization. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we met through the student government organization.
That's where I met all my best friends through that.
So definitely have something going on, like some club, some meeting with some other students, also from other departments. That will keep you like a good momentum, good vibe that you might have someone at the end of the day when you feel low, when you feel like need to express your feelings. So you don't have family here maybe. So make good friends with colleagues and the friends. And remember we discussed about this, like when summer hit, we feel like, why don't we have more jobs? Because we are so like under pressure because of so many tasks, so many job classes and everything. But when this thing lifted in the summer, we feel like less pressure. You don't have that much pressure going on, that much work, that much happening going on. And you feel agitated, you feel nervous, you feel uncomfortable. To cope up with that, you must have a hobby.
For sure.
So what is your hobby?
Okay, I think I have a couple hobbies. One is soccer. I love playing soccer. I think it's great to kind of just go back to like your childhood roots of like just being outside, like with your friends, high-fiving, arguing, like yelling, was that out or not? I think it's really good to have like playtime in your life and like also physical activity. So that's definitely one of my hobbies. I think also I consider this a hobby, just like, serving other people and like helping other students who are also trying to move along their career path and planning events. I think I really like building community and planning events. I consider that a hobby because it like just fulfills me a lot. And I think like your hobbies are something that like gives you energy and like lets you disconnect. So
unconsciously, like I built a hobby of watching movie. When I was in undergrad, in my sophomore year, no, I was in junior year. And what happened, I didn't like to go out, and because not much of extracurricular activity there, unless there is like a couple of cultural activities in the department, maybe twice or thrice a year, but that's not that frequent. So you need something for your day-to-day life. So what happened, somehow I was introduced with this thing called cinema, and I was a good thriller and mystery lover. So I watched a movie called Shawshank Redemption.
Mhm.
And everybody who watch movie like a freak, they always, put that in the high rank, and then said, hey, watch this one first. Then I said, okay, give me some more.
Mhm.
So that's how I got into movies, and I watch movie almost every day.
Nice.
Like
yeah.
when even some exam got cancelled or postponed,
Mhm.
what I do?
Movie time.
Yeah, I watch movies. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. When I don't have anything to going on, I watch movies and
Mhm.
everything. So now in the lab, I'm due to the experiment, I have to stay late.
Mhm.
Then I realized, why not start this video channel and
Yeah, I
talk to
love
people
it.
and
It's
learn
so
how they
fun.
survive, how they deal with their lives.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
that's how actually I got in. And that we
Mhm.
discussed before we started this
Yeah.
channel and everything. So definitely I would say have a hobby,
Mhm.
and also
Mhm.
get involved with other cultural activities
Yeah.
or any social activities or any
Mhm.
student groups. Then make some friends, meet some people, and that's how you can move on with life.
Definitely.